welcome back to another all things hemp video tincture review. Welcome to the channel. If it's your first time, this is the channel All Things Hemp, where we review CBD, hemp, and wellness. We talk about the latest trends, and of course we take our reviews, and we talk about, well, just what are the best practices around CBD and hemp. Well, before we start this tincture review, I just want to say I hope everyone's staying safe. I hope everybody's healthy during this time. Goodness, so many things are happening in the world right now, but nevertheless, I'm just happy that you're here on the channel and that we're able to share a moment together. And as we cover this review, of course, if you feel tired, take a nap. If you feel sore, stretch. This isn't gonna be a long review, but I just wanted to make you feel at home here. So, without further ado, let's get into this tincture review. So, this is the Bloom Farms Balance Tincture review. This is a local brand from Oakland, California, from the Bay Area, and this is our home here at All Things Hemp. We're located on Grand Ave. We're filming this in the Bay Area, and I just want to say thank you so much for sending this product over to us. Well, it's a great product. I used it for about a week and a half, and it fit in perfectly within my CBD regimen, and I got great results from it. Of course, I'm gonna give you more details than that. This is a full spectrum CBD, solvent free, meaning that the way it's extracted is without any additives, which is super important because it's the cleanest, the most pristine you can get of all CBD products. I hold it here. Nevertheless, it is phenomenal. It actually tastes not amazing. We're gonna get into that in a bit, but the relief I felt was definitely efficacious. I mean, when I took it, I definitely felt that relaxation, and I was kind of surprised because I found myself kind of taking less CBD than I usually take, probably because it's a 300 milligram. And I'm used to taking a certain amount of CBD, about 30 milligrams per day. I didn't want to have to keep taking a therapeutic dose every single time, which is about 1.5 actual tincture measurements. So basically, I didn't. I would just take a full one. But the thing about most of these tinctures, even with the leading brands of CBD tinctures, when you go through the process of actually opening it and extracting the CBD and getting it into the actual millimeter drop, the 1 millimeter dropper or milliliter. Goodness, I should know this. You don't always get it. I usually get about 75% of the way there with the full one. So it typically leads me to taking about a full one, and for a full dose of this, it'd be a full one, or at least 75 milliliters and then another 25 milliliters. Yes, milliliters, not millimeters. Millimeters is a measurement. Milliliters is also a measurement, but it's not a distance. I believe it's an amount. Oh, goodness. Anyways, this is a great product. Why should you buy this product? Well, for one, they donate a meal to, it's called the Bloom Farms 1-for-1, and they're a 1-for-1 company. And for every item purchased, they donate a meal to someone in need, which is super awesome. I know for a fact that this time we need more love. We need more meals given to people who are in need. We need more CBD for a lot of people that are stressed. Goodness. Nevertheless, why should you also buy this product? Well, recently in the midst of the protests, there have been some riots, there have been some aberrations, and these unfortunately lead to small businesses that I love, like Bloom, being broken into. And Bloom recently was a victim of being looted, and they were cleaned out completely from my knowledge. And I felt terrible because All Things Hemp is also a CBD company, and after we heard that, we of course boarded up. But nevertheless, no local business, no business that is giving out a meal for anybody that is buying a product should be looted, and this is undisputable. Nevertheless, of course, this is a great product, and this is probably a great time to buy their products if they're in stock, but just show support to Bloom, and our love from All Things Hemp goes out to Bloom at this time. Goodness. And even more so for the Black Lives Matter movement. I am African American, and I can't help but notice that Black people are discriminated in this country. And goodness. Well, to put it simply, when I first moved here to the Bay Area, I was pulled over, and I had 5 guns to the back of my head, basically being held up at a stop because they thought my car was involved in a robbery, and the description was a 45-year-old black man. I really hope I don't look 45. And they realized that they didn't even know the description of the person until I was in handcuffs and actually detained. And this isn't easy to talk about, but this is just the truth of what goes on in America. Goodness. Nevertheless, I'm just thankful. I am thankful to live in this country, and I am thankful to be able to do these videos and occupy a small space on the web. And I'm thankful for you checking out our videos. But the discrimination and the injustices towards African Americans, I really hope, and all minorities, people of color, I really hope it comes to an end. Back to the review. So because I take typically 30 milligrams per day, not 300, 30 milligrams per day, maybe 40, give or take, how my day is going. This is a tincture that I took quite a bit of, I ingested quite a bit of, and I took quite often because it's only 10 milligrams per full dropper. And because it's only 10 milligrams per full dropper, and I'm only getting about 75% of that, I would have to take more. Of course, I wasn't taking as much because sometimes I would just say, forget it, I'll just take the 75%, which I still felt that relief. I still felt that the therapeutic effects of CBD, and I slept great on this. I felt much less anxious. It was a great week I had taking this tincture. Of course, when I do these reviews, I don't just I try to keep the same very balanced lifestyle, and I try to take into account if my car catches on fire or something crazy happens during the week. I try not to let that affect my reviews, and even if there's something that does happen so drastic, I'll go another week with the review, or I'll go another week sampling the product to make sure that's an unbiased review. So with that being said, this is a great product, and it's great for anybody who is first starting their CBD journey, old, young, of course not too young, old, young, healthy or unhealthy. This is definitely a great product for anyone starting. Of course, if you are pregnant or if you are taking prescription drugs, please consult with your doctor always before taking or trying CBD. Of course, if you are already taking THC, or if you're someone who is really interested in taking it, doesn't take any prescription drugs, I say dive right in and purchase this product. This is a great one to start with. I can't stress that enough. And it's just beautifully packaged.